Hello everyone, welcome back to Ayaba Creations. So today we are going to learn how to make this bag right here. This is a beautiful bag, and the concept is very simple. So if it's something you'd like to learn how to make, stay tuned. On this channel, we learn how to make simple beaded crafts. If today is your first time, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. If you are an old timer, welcome. Also, we sell raw materials for your beaded craft, so you can text us on WhatsApp, pick the WhatsApp number on your screen, or you can also reach out on Instagram at Ayaba Store, on TikTok at Ayaba Store. For materials, we are going to be using half pack of 8 mm gold beads, then 14 mm or 12 mm berry beads, 0.5 mm fishing line, a pair of scissors. Let's begin. So first I'm going to take the 8 mm gold beads and I'll take the berry beads. So instead of berry beads, you can also use pearls. So you can use pearls size 14 mm or size 12 mm. Okay, you can also use size 16 mm even. Alright, so yeah, so I just took one gold bead, then I placed two berry beads on each side of the beading thread, and then I crossed with one gold bead. So this is how you're going to this is how it's going to look like for the first one. Then we are going in again. I'm going to put one berry bead on each side of the beading thread like this. Then I will take one 8 mm gold bead and then I'm going to cross. Okay, then when I'm done, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to take one berry bead on each side. So I'll take two berry beads, then I'll put one on each side of the beading thread. So one is going to the right, one is going to the left, so it's like this. And here, then I'll take one gold bead and then I'm going to cross it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, share the video and comment. So this is what I'll be repeating for this first stage of the bag. Alright, so at this point I have one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we are going to do the last one. This one is going to help us to move to the next stage of the bag. So that's the top. So what I'm going to do is first add one berry bead and one gold bead, then one berry bead. So you should get something like this. Okay, then what you're going to do is to cross with the last berry bead. Okay, so we are crossing. Alright, so now we are moving on to the next stage. At this point, what we are going to do is add one gold bead, then one berry bead, and then one gold bead again. So like this, and then we are going to cross with the gold bead. Then what we are going to do next is to pass the beading thread in our right hand through the next bead, so the next berry bead, and we are going to add one berry bead and then one gold bead and cross with the gold bead. Then we are going to repeat this process again. We are going to pass the beading thread through the next bead, which is the next berry bead, like this. Then we are going to add one berry bead and then one gold bead and cross and cross with the gold bead. Then this is the process we will keep repeating for this step. So at this point, we are going to pass the beading thread through the next berry bead. However, we are going to add one gold bead and then one berry bead and cross with the berry bead. So this is how it's going to look like. Have you seen it? So I'm sure by now you get the pattern. This is what you are going to be repeating till you get your full mat. So we are starting a new one. We are going to add one gold bead, one berry bead and one gold bead, and then we'll cross with the gold bead. Okay, so yeah. Then what we are going to do next is to pass the beading thread through the next bead and add one berry bead, one gold bead, cross with the gold bead, and we keep repeating this process. Alright, so at this point what I'm going to do is tie a knot like this, and then when I'm done, I will just pass the beading thread through the other beads and cut off the excess thread. So let's go here. The pork pom beads are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So the pork pom beads are 12, and then the berry beads are 13 for the short side. And for the long side, after counting, is a total of 30 berry beads. Okay, so 30 berry beads, and then for the long side, and 12 for the short side. So what is left to do is to bead the sides of the bag so that we can close it. So first I'm going to count from the gold beads, what I'm going to. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So on the 12th and the 13th gold bead, I am going to pass my beading thread. So let's cut a long beading thread, then we are going to pass it through the 12th bead here, and then the 13th bead. Okay, so like this. Then what I'm going to do next is to add one berry bead and also add one gold bead and cross with that gold bead. So just look at how it's done. Then what I'm going to do is to pass the beading thread through the next bead. So that will be the 14th. Okay, so the 14th bead. Then I'll add one berry bead and one gold bead and cross with the gold bead. Then you're going again, passing the beading thread through the next bead. So this will be the 15th bead. Okay, and that one also I'm going to add one berry bead and one gold bead and cross with the gold bead. So when we count from here also, you count 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So also on the 12th and the 13th bead from this side, but it will be the 17th and the 18th bead from this side. So from this side, the side where we started beading, this will be the 17th bead and this will be the 18th bead. But when you are counting from the other side of the bag, it's going to be the 12th and the 13th bead. So when you pass the beading thread through those two gold beads, you're just going to add only one berry bead, no gold bead this time around. So just one berry bead and cross with that same berry bead. Okay, then we go on to the next stage. You're going to pass the beading thread through the next gold bead now, which will be this bead here. And what we are going to do is to add one berry bead, one gold bead, and cross with the gold bead. Then next we are going to pass the beading thread through the next berry bead, which will be this berry bead right here. Okay, so this berry bead here. Then when we pass it through this berry bead, we are going to add one berry bead and one gold bead and cross with the gold bead. Then we will keep repeating this process. So when we get to the last berry bead, which is this, we pass the beading thread through this berry bead and then also pass it through the immediate gold bead. So this is the immediate, just by it, okay, like that. Then we will add one berry bead and cross with that berry bead. So moving on to the next stage, you're going to pass this beading thread through the next gold bead, so like that, as you can see. Then what I am going to do next is to add one berry bead and one gold bead and cross with a gold bead. I'm sure by now you are getting the picture of how the sides are done, and it will be very simple for you to do it by yourself. Then we are adding another one berry bead and one gold bead. So basically that is how the pattern is going to be like for the sides as well. So for both sides you are going to repeat the same thing. Okay, so I'm done. All I do is tie a knot, pass the excess thread through the beads, and then cut off the excess thread. Okay, so this is what you are going to do for this side. And when you are done for this side, you are going to repeat the same thing that was done on this side of the bag at the other side here. Okay, so at this side as well, you are going to do the same thing. Okay, so in the end, this is how your bag should look like. Should have something like this. Okay, now you're going to make the handle. So first I'm going to count 3, so 1 2 3 from the edge. So I just counted 1 2 3 berry beads, and I'm going to pass the beading thread through the third berry bead, just as you've seen. Okay, what I'm going to do here is to add 3 berry beads first. So I'm going to take 3 1 2 3, and I'm going to cross with the third berry bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Then next I'm going to take 2 berry beads. I'll put one on each side of the beading thread, and then I'll take a third berry bead and cross with the third one. So let me just say 3 berry beads in all, so 2 on each side of the beading thread like this, and then I'll cross with the third one to give another ring of 4 beads. Then again I'm going to take 3 berry beads. Okay, so 3 again, so 1 on each side of the beading thread. Then you take the third one and cross with the third berry bead. So I'm putting one on each side here, then I'm going to cross with the third one. And lastly, I'm going to take just 2 for this place, so 2. So this is the last one I'm doing. So I'm going to take 1. I'm going to pass the beading thread through the other bead at that side like this, which you just saw me doing. Then I will take the second one, which is the second berry bead. Remember I said I'm going to take 2 for this place, so then I'm going to cross. Okay, so you will get something like this in the end. All right, then we are going to repeat the same process again, but this time around we are going to pair the berry beads with the gold beads. Okay, so let's watch how it's done. So first I am going to take 1 berry bead, and I'll take 1 gold bead here. Then I'm going to take another berry bead, and I'm going to cross with the berry bead. Then when I'm done, I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next berry bead right on top, so the next berry bead. Then I am going to add 1 gold bead and 1 berry bead and cross with the berry bead. Then again I'm going to take 1 berry bead and 1 gold bead like that, cross with a berry bead, and for the last one I'm going to pass the beading thread through this berry bead here, and then also through this berry bead right here. So this one here, I'm going to pass the beading thread through this one. So after this I'm just going to add 1 gold bead and cross with that same gold bead. Okay, so it will look something like this. It's just like this. All right, moving forward from this place, we are going to add only gold beads, no more berry beads. Okay, so just gold beads from here, and you are going to repeat that same what I just did on. So when you count 1 2 3, you're going to repeat the same thing on the third bead. So you see, for two sides, and then you're going to do the same thing for the other side too of the back. All right, so let's just continue with the gold beads here. So what I'm going to do now is to take 3 gold beads to start. So 1 2 3, then I'm going to cross with the third gold bead to give a ring of 4 beads. So we are crossing. Okay, so when I'm done, I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next gold bead. Okay, so the next gold bead, we are passing the beading thread through it. Then we are going to add 2, so 2 gold beads now. So 1 and then 2. Okay, then we will cross with the second gold bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Then we are passing the beading thread through the next gold bead again. Okay, through the next gold bead again. Then what we do is to add 2 gold beads, so 1 and 2. Okay, so 1 2. Then what we do is to cross with the second one to give a ring of 4 beads. Then for the last part, I'm going to pass the beading thread through 2 gold beads, so this gold bead here and then also this gold bead right here. So 2 gold beads in all. And what I'm going to do is to add just 1 gold bead and cross with the same gold bead, so you have something like this. Okay, so this is for 1. We are going to start all that we did afresh again. So we are going, so 1 2 3, we are starting with 3 again. We are going to cross with the third one. Then when we are done, we are going to pass the beading thread through the next gold bead, which is this gold bead right here. Okay, so it's going through this gold bead. Then we are going to add 2 gold beads, so 1 2, and cross with the second gold bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Then we pass the beading thread through the next gold bead and add 2 gold beads, cross with the second bead to give a ring of 4 beads. So basically you get the pattern for the handle, right? I'm sure you get it. So what you are going to do here is to pass the beading thread through this gold bead here and then this gold bead here, so the last 2 gold beads, and then we are going to cross with just 1 gold bead to give a ring of 4 beads. So we'll keep repeating this. You can do the same for here and for the other side too, and then join the 2. So I beaded this off camera, and I'm going to join the 2 sides together. Okay, so here is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then here is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just join the 2 sides together. So in order to do that, also very simple. Okay, very easy. The idea is the rings of 4, so don't forget. So first I'm going to take one gold bead here, then I'm going to pass this gold bead through the other gold bead at the other side of the handle, so here. Okay, so it should be something like this. You see, make sure that they are properly aligned before you do that. Make sure that they are properly aligned. Okay, then after I'm done with this, I'm going to add one gold bead and cross with that same gold bead. So I'm crossing. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is to pass the beading thread. So the beading thread in my right hand will go through the next bead, and then the beading thread in my left hand also go through the next bead, just right above it, or let me say in front of it. Then you are going to cross with one gold bead, just one. Okay, like this. Then again we are going to pass the beading thread through this bead here, and then this beading thread also through this bead here. Okay, then you are going to cross. So we are crossing. All right, so yeah, we are done actually. So what's left to do is to pass the beading thread through the beads and then just tie a knot. So I'm doing that. So I'm just passing this side of the beading thread through these beads just to meet the beading thread at the other side. So I'm going through the last bead here. Okay, and then I am going to tie a knot. So when you are done tying your knots, you can pass the excess thread through the beads and cut off the excess. Then you are going to repeat what is at this side here at the other side of the bag. So at the other side, which is this side here. Okay, to give you your complete bag. So this is what you get in the end. All right, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking to the end. See you in our next video. Bye.